Ambitious and motivated are words that describe you best. Then you're on the right place. This is Motivational Radio Friends from Paris with your host, Lonji Agoha.
If I understand you well, the thing is that people are not well prepared for resolutions. They are not well prepared, but mentally or otherwise, we are not prepared. We just rush in because the year is about to end, and we say, okay, well let us set new resolutions because everybody is doing that, or that I'm very fat or a little bit, I smoke a lot and I want to reduce that. And the problem is that we do not set the mechanism that will make us reduce or at least abide by the rules of the what we have taken as a resolution. I think that's one major thing you are talking about.
Yes, correct. That is because these are the things. I think this is a major factor that makes a resolution making very unrealistic. That's why you see people in January they make resolutions. By this year, I will do X, Y, Z. February they already grown up, and this will say to themselves, but I tried my best, I did my best. Of course they tried their best, and people are going to scold them and tell them, oh, you've broken your promise, or you've not done anything. But this underlying situation of habit has got to be addressed for. And addressing habit does not start on the 1st of. I am totally against creating a form of resolutions at the 1st of January.
Now let us go to the side of advice. What would you advise somebody to do? And now we have raised the possibilities of that, the fact that there's no need of setting all these resolutions. They do not work. You can't follow it through. What would you advise somebody who wants to lose weight, for example, who wants to stop smoking? What would you advise him to do in order to keep the resolution?
I will advise people that really have these objectives, particular objectives, maybe stop smoking, stop abusing alcohol, start about 2 or 3 months before. If they are really genuine to want to do it, start 2 or 3 months before by setting up particular step-by-step plan, which will help them prepare for this resolution. I have about plans I believe can help you make and stick up to resolution, and obviously that has got to start about 2-3 months before. First, like I've already said, first of all, when we are making a plan, we should not make it as a goal. It is not my goal that by February or by November I should stop smoking. No, it should be like an action. It should be like an activity that you enjoy. So you should design it into something that people should enjoy. That is something that should be very practicable, and then it's something that will bring your brain and your body into consonance, and then you would enjoy the whole things, and it becomes that activity. Second one, like you have to reward everything you do by giving cues and rewards for every action that you do. You're coming up at 6 o'clock in the morning to exercise. By the time you're going to exercise, you have your things already set up there. You have your gym bag sitting in front of next to the door, and then you know that, okay, at this point I have to reward myself for every action that I take, and this way it would encourage you to keep your brain where at ease to gradually get yourself into kicking some of these things that can be of obstacle. The other thing, number 3, is that we need to anticipate obstacles. We cannot neglect it. We cannot neglect obstacles. Obstacles will come. We need to anticipate these obstacles and try to tackle the obstacles when they arise. Because when we anticipate them and we have it written X, Y, Z, we write it, okay, if so obstacles come my way, this is the way I'm going to tackle it. If so obstacles come my way, and then we try it a little bit before the beginning of the year. That's why I said it's so good for you to start. It's very good to start about 3 months before. So when this is coming, we try it a little bit. We try it maybe in October or in September and see how it comes. And from a learning process, because we are our own learning process, we are our own teachers. So we do it in a practical point of view, and then we see, okay, this is the way I'm learning. Okay, I've made a mistake here. I will try it again, see how it works, and then we begin to see some of those obstacles so that when we start our New Year resolution, we will then, and when we are faced example, it's important to acknowledge and accept that breaking your diet, maybe gaining about 1 kilo or 2 before you reach that particular goal point, it's all part of the process. You can't be hard on yourself. 80%. This is from statistics we have in cardiology. See, that 80% of smokers trying to kill this habit always relapse about 6 to 10 times before they quit for good. So, which is something very, very natural. So, we have to accept that it is not a total failure if we relapse, and it's all part of our learning process. It's better that we should know that we're trying and we are going gradually into doing it than saying, I want to really stop at a particular point. It's not very practicable. It is not. And we have to accept this reality. And because if we refuse to accept it, we can fall apart and everything goes, and you say, I'm a failure. And the last one is this. When we take a resolution, we need to focus on one resolution at a time. When we are setting our New Year resolution, we tend to make a very long list addressing everything we want to change in our life. And why it's important to reflect on where we are now and what we want to achieve in the next year. The more effective path is to follow through on our resolution. Follow through our resolution is to focus one at a time each of the resolutions that we have. Most that are most important to us, if you like. So we don't have to jam-pack ourselves with this resolution. I want to stop smoking. I want to lose. I want to have the most beautiful woman on earth. I want to become rich. No. We have to choose very, very realistic two that we believe that are really, really, really important to us at that point in time. So these are the 5 ways I believe that can help us to address our habits, which is a precursor to helping us in achieving our solution for the new year.
Thank you very much. This is very, very good. I mean, I think you've enlightened us. You've given us your views. You have shown us that yes, and you explained in clear terms exactly what you meant by, people having resolutions is unrealistic. That is, you've cleared the air for us, because first I was very apprehensive to that effect, because people take New Year resolutions and then I know that sometimes they do not carry through. But let us finish on a positive note. 1%. Some people take resolutions and they go through, because there are at least 1% of people, take resolutions and get to the end of that resolution.
These people that achieve their resolution, they have been well prepared, because it's like I say, the process of resolution making and then the actual practice, if you like, of the resolution is a learning process. It's a process that takes very, very long time. Preparatory process. It takes very long time to prepare for that. So these people, this 1% that achieved this resolution, know that for me to plan myself into addressing those habits that can obstacles could be obstacles to me achieving this resolution. And I believe these people actually go through that process, because we are all human beings and we all make mistakes, and these people are well prepared. Right, that these people, it takes them every year when they make this resolution, they break that resolution probably at a point during the year, and then they go the next year and say, I will still want to improve on my New Year my New Year resolution of last year, and they acquire all through the year. Will then come on board and help them to become better people for the subsequent years, because they are learning and they are addressing those particular obstacles, those particular issues and conundrums that can act as obstacles to them in achieving their resolution.
Now we know that preparation is a part of the game. You have to prepare in advance if you really want to.
It's very inevitable. Preparation is so inevitable. We are all human. The habits, the psychology of habits is a very, very strong aspect in our lives. in every human being's life. We cannot kick an habit under a minute, take it and say in a day, I want to do this and then I will fight it. No, you've got to prepare your mind mentally. You've got to prepare your body for it, because challenges will be there. How do you achieve these challenges if you do not address those, and those habits can be obstacles to you? So you need to prepare your mind for those things that will come in. So that's what I would advise everybody, even me included, because we are always in the process of learning. We are learning every day, and I make mistakes. And as I make mistakes every day, I want to improve my life. I learn from those mistakes. And in learning from these mistakes, I want to make sure that I try to refine some particular habits that I feel that can be of obstacles to me in achieving my main objective. So these are some of the issues that we need. We need preparation. We need preparation to get proud to making our New Year resolution.
Thank you very, very much for taking your time to speak to us, and I hope our listeners, I hope a lot of our listeners will really react positively to or accept positively all the recommendations you have just lined out. Thank you very, very much.
Well, I'd like to wish all the viewers a happy New Year. This program is very informative and we're enjoying it. I've been following it.
Motivational Radio France.
For a while. Yes, I have been following it up for educative and our questions that we have, interesting questions, things that we have concerning our lives. So it's very, very nice.
Against it, I didn't really picture out exactly what you meant, but now that you've explained exactly what you meant, and it hinged on habits, you are saying that before you take resolutions or you make any resolutions, you need to really know your habits. Try to weave any resolution you're going to make into your habits.
Yes, you're right. It's just also like somebody preparing for somebody that wants to write an exam. You're not preparing for your exam. You're not studying for your exam. You wake up in the morning of the exam and go and write an exam without reading for it. You will fail.
Okay.
So you need to prepare for it. You need to educate your habits. You need to address those habits. Talk to your habits and try to understand the limitations of those habits. Try to understand what are those things. Understand those habits themselves. When you understand those habits, everything you want to tackle in life, every resolution that you want to tackle has got an habit attached to it.
Okay.
Why am I smoking? What are the habits attached to smoking and kicking this habit? So how do I go about it? What could be the obstacles if I decide to stop smoking tomorrow? What can be so we need to anticipate these things. Once we anticipate this, then we're able to we're able to learn and know that we learn it. We learn our habits. We learn those things that are really, really attached to it. And we learn the underlying principles of our habits that is related to cigarette smoking, that is related to losing weight, to overfeeding, any habit that we might think of, anything we want to change. We need to understand them first of all. Okay. And then try to understand. Once we understand them, then we can then be able to attack them, if you like, or try to reduce those things, or try to stop them. So this is I see where I'm actually against making that the resolution that way, because we are not training ourselves. We've not trained our habits. We've not trained ourselves in trying to tackle these situations. I'll be so happy. Yes.
This podcast was brought to you by the Motivational Radio France with their host, Lonjago in Paris.